Hey guys, welcome back, Marius here, and today we have Phoenix Point with class combo Heavy Priest. And at the first glance, it looks like there's nothing how they combined work together, but I made two of them running the combat and I was quite surprised. And for one particular case which I didn't took in consideration at the beginning. So let's take a look at the combination. At first glance it looks like there's nothing much to combine with because Heavy relies on Rage Burst or Bomb Blast, so grenade launcher or heavy weapon. There is one Warcry at the beginning, it seems like a good choice, and then we have a Priest where everything basically is their mind abilities like mind control, panic, mind sense, psychic ward. But the good thing is priests don't need any equipment, so that works kind of already well together. If we look just quickly at inventory, then for priest abilities to work you don't need nothing. It's basically that's it. So everything you want you can pick up from your lovely heavy set, and that already kind of works pretty well. You see we have five magazines with us, so that's already kind of bonus. But another thing which I need to highlight quite a lot is there is a problem with chest armor. As you can see, if I have a priest with heavy the chest, there's no way how I can get mount on the back, right? So that's one of the issues that you need to be aware of if you build from priest. But if you take from heavy, then obviously you can mutate whatever you want, and it's all fine. So let's take a look. Let's just naturally go with what I have here, which is kind of heavy, reckless, all that, but we will ignore unique abilities. Let's go with Boom Blast because I have a mount, right? So this guy will be my heavy with this set. So when that is already clear, too much, fine, just one. So that's already good start. From heavy, that's it. There's no need for brawler because we are a grenader. Warcry will decide. Inspire we already acknowledge it's not as good as it sounds, and Rage Burst. So basically from heavy we are set. We picked up everything we want, and we have quite a lot of points. And the interesting part how what I found works together is tell me what you want, but induce panic. And induce panic for specific reason that in Phoenix Point is currently broken. It says you need to have, if your target has panics, if the current will points is less than priest. But the thing is, it works every time. It doesn't matter. It doesn't seem to be affected by how much enemy has willpower. So every time, that's literally 3 willpower points. I think it costs 3 willpower points. So let me quickly reassure because I was using it a lot. No, it says 2. Only 2 willpower. I think the cost was increased to 3. But the best issue is, oh, now I'm thinking. Was it? Well, I think it was 1 action point still needed. So that is kind of bummer. But if you have heavy and you are not using Boom Blast, for example, you don't have willpower, you use 3 willpower points. And at the end, what I found was I was way too often finding myself in a situation where I'm blasting, I'm removing armor and destroying their parts, but Pandoran still stays whenever I'm done with my guy, and then I still have 1 action point, and then I just I'll put you in panic. So the thing is, it's high destruction build, but at the end it gives me this control ability. And at the first I thought maybe some Mind Crush running in, that's another option, but you can go with melee build, which I don't like in general. But this induced panic, I literally used it almost in every second turn. In some turn I use Boom Blast, and then I'm using 3 demolish abilities, so mount gun, mount missile launcher, and 2 grenades, and then I'm out of action points. Then I can't do anything. But when I need to preserve my willpower and I'm just using grenade launcher, afterwards I can use Induce Panic, or I can use mount, then shoot with Boom Blast 1 grenade, and then have 2 action points left, which I'm not using for grenade launcher, but making panic for two enemies. And let me remind you how absolutely insanely powerful this Induced Panic is. You can literally, with 3 willpower, I think now it costs him 1 action point. I need to check that. I just used it, but I see I have not updated my Google Sheet. And you can make skill panic. If that's not overpowered, it's like I'm blasting everyone, and at the end, like, okay, skiller, I'm literally making you, how it's called, useless for next turn, because it will be in panic. Or my guy, the same guy, was attacking and bombarding Chiron, which was not panicking itself. Well, then I just induced panic, and it was way more useful than I thought. But wait, there's more. And the more is, I'll show you what you need to take in consideration as well. It is a bit more complicated than at the first glance, but I use the same setup, literally the same. I'm basically done. But this guy lacks of accuracy. And accuracy means you kind of need... I can't pick better armor because I'm mutated, but what you can do is run closer, so you kind of... that lost accuracy is not a problem. In that case, Psychic Ward, that all allies, basically it's bonus, it's boost for your all guys, just so you make sure everyone around. And keep in mind, this combo will be somewhere in mid-range somewhere, so it might also do benefit for every support, for sniper, for many more. So it gives you high damage rage burst destroyer bonuses with some control possibilities, with some support possibilities, and we are not stopping there, ladies and gentlemen. The best part of it, I found kinda overpowered, is this head. I don't like other heads. Of course you can use for frenzy or psychic scream. No. This synod head, synod head. And the thing is, remember, I had, as I mentioned, I had 2 guys. I have this guy, and you can write in comment section how I'm wrong, but I also mutated this head. And truth to be told, here I need only this mount. So what I did, I think I picked for this accuracy loss, and I literally for both of them. That was the case, I think. Oh no, I left the wrong legs for this guy. And here I actually want to mutate also here. For this build, if you don't have mount, then there's only 2 options. Either you go with this gives you no bonus that you need, the perception, stealth, no, melee, retaliation, no. Here you have way beefier armor. Speed is not as crucial for this build, and you have regenerate. So if Chirons still attack you, and they tend to do that with artillery, you will regenerate and be kind of still tough guy. But what we have with the heads, let me just quickly explain. Of course, I will mention that I'm kind of using a situation where I have 2 such guys in this team, right? On the ship, you can see this is the ship, and I have 2 of them, 2 of my heavy priests with those heads. What we end up with is either grenade launcher or rage burst build requires, if you're not using in this panic, 5 willpower every turn to be highly effective, right? And especially this build, if we are going Rage Burst that uses 3 action points, I still left over with possibility to use Induced Panic. 5 willpowers, each of those heads give you back 2 willpower. So every turn, just passively, you get back 4 willpower. Not only your guys, also these 2 guys, also snipers, also if there's some mid-range assault, all the technician that is literally sitting there and just giving you reinforced electric reinforcement. These guys, these heads, and that's the bonus from Priest. What I need to point out is when you combine 2 classes, you need to look beyond these 5 abilities. Beyond means you need to include what kind of weapon proficiency you got. So you have abilities, you have weapon proficiencies, you have bonuses like Priest has 3 more heads, and this head is just absolutely overpowered. So the mutation unlocks for heavy, and this particular build especially has it. You need to look for technician and heavy that gives you also either arm or dismounted weapon. And what else you need to be aware of? Yeah, for example, the same only class that gives you stealth is with Vanish, and by default is Infiltrator. So a lot of additional bonuses you need to take in consideration, not only those 5 abilities, because at the first glance, look at this is a poor build. It's like you have a Panic and you have Boom Blast. Like, what the hell is this? Like, someone might say that. What you have also Mount Explosion, additional Explosion, Thor on your back. Of course, did I mention Jump Jet? No, I didn't, because I hate Jump Jet. But you have it, and you have a head that gives you bonus. So this build, I honestly, when I opened up my making this video, I was like, Priest heavy, it already sounds stupid. And I built it, and only when I tested out in the combat, I was like, damn, that's a good build. That's a good addition, because it's not a small niche that, okay, I have a Rage Burst, or I'm going and mind crashing everyone. You can still pick it up. It's for you to build your dream heavy Priest, but this absolute basic with Thor, with reloads, three Thor rockets, giving back Synod head, blasting everyone, and just to be clear, we can go, as you can see, pretty high on willpower and speed if we don't want to rely on -2 on the Jump Jet. So we have 8, so that's kinda, and you see, we still can, I would go just freaking strongman and freaking reckless. Oh damn, we still have, okay, I would probably pick up, I'm not picking up another psychic, because I have that on other heavy, but I would just pick in case, I don't know, Chiron launches on Worms. Remember Worms, those ugly little bastards, and your guy is Demolisher, but he can just mind crash all 3 all around. If there are 2 Chirons, there are 6 Worms around with 1 action point and 6 willpower. Boom, not a single Worm left, or Mindfragger for that matter. And then you have 3 more willpower left, 3 more action points where you can enable Boom Blast if you have willpower, shoot a Thor, shoot 1 grenade launcher, grenade, and still do 1 Induced Panic. You see how versatile this build actually ends up, right? I'm not dreaming, and then if you want, no, you can't give enough. You can't have enough points to get more willpower with that, but you have 12 points. 12 points, I'm not even talking about brawler. There's no way I'm making heavy a melee, sorry. But the same Warcry, I haven't... the Warcry definitely will be something to combine with melee build, but the same mind control if you want to. Currently, mind control is way underpowered compared to induced panic, because induced panic uses less willpower, it's broken, and as far as I can tell, I haven't found kind of distance. It's literally, if you see enemy, you can make him panic. I can't make it for sure if you have found that you see enemy, but you can't make him panic, because in the combat now I recall, every time I see enemy, I can make him panic. It was absolutely great. Simple words. And here, none of the abilities we have Psychic Ward, we can still take Mind Crash, which probably would be on case, just to have additional option for close range. You don't need any pistol, any other weapon, something if someone is in close range, or even Tritons or the same Crabman arrives, 2 or 3 of them, Mind Crush them, then Mind Crush. There's no need for Rage Burst to make them panic. And again, this build, I would go pretty high on willpower. And we have again -2 movement, okay, so we need 18. And still, I probably would put 17. You see, we are close to maximum. I would probably use those 8 points and have 18. And that's high, and I'm not putting anything in strength. And this would be my absolute to go, right? And just before I'm running and showing you what would be unique abilities you want to look after for making heavy priest, the build I showed you. One last thing I will just quickly, because I know you guys love that too much, and that's yes, absolutely, I'm talking about the same heavy priest with some potential melee. So for melee, you would want to have Mind Sense, because you are running in between enemies, and you have that, you know where they are. You definitely need Psychic Ward. In my opinion, Mind Crush is must have. For weapons, that's I will leave the choice for you. The Panic, yeah, as a sailor, I don't think you will be mind controlling. You will be using, because whenever you use Warcry, basically you disable all enemies around. Artillery can never ever shoot. They need 3 action points to shoot. Not a single enemy that uses sniper rifle or something like that. And if you use Warcry and they have only 2 action points next round, I'm not quite sure if they will use 1 for running, and then it's 1 action point currently in the game can be used by pistols and some really low level things. So it is kinda, that will be, you need a lot of running basically for equipment muted. This is just me playing around. Probably, I don't know if you want still Frenzy or you want this Synod. And to be truth to be told, you want quite a lot of speed. Yes, you want to be called speed. So probably these legs. I haven't found how enemy actually, they never aim at legs, they aim at head, so your legs I think is least important part of the armor, so you can totally sacrifice armor rating for legs and instead have 3 speed. Or these 2 speed and yeah, anyways. And this case scenario, the problem with this melee build would be what weapon can you give him? And the answer is none. There is not a weapon that kind of suits it together, because your proficiencies are these ridiculous viral rifles or heavy, and heavy uses 3 action points, and that's where the problem starts, right? So yeah, that's why this melee builds. So this literally would be you running around melee, if you are into that thing. Just saying, that's an option. I hate it, I honestly hate. And then another way of just throwing ideas is the same melee build. Probably I would say this head. I will leave it. I will. Nah. So this build, the difference is why I call this melee build. You have a jump jet, so you can literally. Yeah, but no. I hate melee builds. I'm out of options. If you have some, this is the best I can provide you. Quite a lot of options, but yeah, not my favorite. But before we end, I need to show you this awesome screen and also mention my ideas for what kind of unique abilities you would want for this heavy priest combination. And bombardier is 2, because as I said, if and when you are going boom blast build, that mount, additional bonus, hell yeah. Close quarter melee shotgun, and the only thing that for that melee build I'm sure, but I can't find enough bonuses for shotgun to make it actually work. Because let me remind you, in this build you don't have infiltrators double damage, you don't have berserkers bonus for damage, so what you end up is shotgun that does 40 damage, and 40 damage, okay, with close quarter you have 20 bonus, so you have 48 damage. Whenever enemy has 48 or 50 for that matter armor, you are doing 0 damage. And it doesn't matter if you rage burst, whatever, you are doing not a single thing. So of course you can shred that armor, yes, you can build up, but in my opinion then it's no way. Then just go with heavy, have your weapon, and that's the thing that will go and still destroy enemy and take down skill. So that's why shotgun, I'm just saying no. Simple as that. That's rating 1. Sniper and strongman 3 and 3, because I explained also before, these are heavy hitting weapons in the game. The heavy hitting weapons. So either hell cannon, come on, either that is a hell cannon or that's a sniper rifle. Both of them are viable because they both hit hard and they basically synergize with all what heavy has. So heavy is, he can use heavy weapons, so basically hell cannon would be the best choice in my opinion, despite that the scepter is really awesome for tearing down armor. And another is heavy because there's a accuracy boost. Simple as that. You are not suffering as much because the heavy, the sniper rifle effective range is way higher. So both of them unique abilities would work together. None of that will benefit to priest part, but for heavy it is. Trooper for the same reason as close quarter, rating 1. I can't honestly give more. Self-defense is it's basically for every combination. I think it will be rating 1 or 1.5 best case scenario, because it doesn't work together with rage burst when it's now limited to 5 shots only. Cautious, yes, accuracy, because of that loss of accuracy and rage burst itself, you would probably boost, because you will not in this case scenario pick, I think that's my just advice, you would not pick up Archon's armor. One of the reasons is if you're building from priest, you have 2 parts already mutated, and even if you are doing your good from this part, I would still prefer, and I would go with mutated head, because this is absolutely insane bonus for all entire combat. Then you leave the same chest, and only for legs you could go with the sniper, which is not enough for balancing out this accuracy. So cautious would be something you would probably benefit a lot. So yeah, 2.5. Quarterback, basically because of the speed, it's no good because, yeah, you get the idea. Grenade range is not boosted. I need to mention it every time because I think at the first I said it works, but it doesn't. So for unique ability, when you have quarterback, that grenade range is only for thrown grenades with the hand. Biochemist thief, no go. That's absolutely no. Rating 1, you can't benefit enough with the viral, and stealth is not there. And reckless, farsighted, resourceful, healer, all of them I'm putting rating 2, which is beneficial. Reckless for additional damage. I'm not going with higher rating because of the even more lost accuracy. And when you can't hit the target, yes, then the damage doesn't matter. But in the situations where it's open air and you are going boom blast build, be my guess, that's your choice. You can absolutely still devastate enemies with absolutely crazy damage. Farsighted and healer for 2 additional willpower. Let me just remind you that priest relies heavily on willpower, so if you want to have bonuses from this build, you need to have that willpower pretty damn high. So any addition to your willpower will be highly valued. And resourceful is something that I'm tuning down. Every other heavy combination had rating at least 2.5 or even 3. In this case scenario, just because you are not the priest part of this combination is not relying on any equipment, so you are free to pretty much stick with the same strength. So to be honest, I'm actually taking it even down, because that's addition bonus for strength that you don't need, carry weight that honestly you don't need either. But it's a welcome bonus if you want to pack, I don't know, with even more weapons, more blasting abilities and something. So that would be my suggestion. So Sniper is Strongman is the best unique abilities you want for this build. Then Cautious, and I'd say even the same Reckless, because I'm a big fan of Reckless. Alright guys, let me know what you think. Have you tested this build? Do you have such combination in your team? If not, I am honestly saying it was a surprise for me how actually it is kind of good addition to your team. The head, the explosions, the induced panic. When it ends, as far as it's still broken in the game, in terms of broken in players' favor, I would say go and definitely take this opportunity while it lasts before it's nerfed down, because I have feeling that is coming in the next updates. So yeah guys, let me know in the comment section what you think about this crazy build and any other things I missed, and we will need to meet in next videos, so stay tuned. Cheers.